guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back. Today we are again going to review the movie, and today's movie is as you know the title, it's Urban Cowboy that came in 1980, and today again we are going to review this full movie, and we will talk about its facts and we will do its full analysis. So thank you for coming and enjoy the review. Okay, so firstly, we will talk about overview. Urban Cow is a romantic drama film released in 1980s, and it's directed by James Bridges and starring John Travolta and Debra. The film explores themes of love, identity, work, and the American dream set against the backdrop of the Texas bar scene and the country music culture. So let's talk about its plot summary. The story follows Bud Davis, John Travolta, a young man from a small town, Texas, who moves to Houston seeking adventure and a new life. He falls in love with Sissy Debra Winger, a spirited young woman at a local honky-tonk bar called Gillies. The films depict their tumultuous relationship with faces hurdles such as pride, jealousy, and cultural reference towards working class rules and Sissy's more traditional values. Throughout the movie, they navigate issues related to fidelity, personal growth, and the desire for stability. Meanwhile, the movie showcases the vibrant bar scene and country dancing and the culture of Texas, urban and rural lifestyle, blending romance with a celebration of southern music and dance. And if we talk about themes and cultural significance, let's talk about themes. Love and relationship. The film explores romantic dynamics, fidelity, and emotional growth. If we talk about identity and self-discovery, Bird's a journey from a name small town boy to a confident man. Cultural clash, the intersection of urban and rural lifestyle, tradition, value versus modern life. I know this background voice will be disturbing you, but I can't do with anything because it's a machine and sorry for that. Okay, now back to the topic. We were at cultural clash. The intersection of urban and rural lifestyle, traditional values versus modern life. And if we talk about work and ambition, the importance of hard work exemplified by Bird's job and work ethic. And if we talk about music and dance, central to the film's identity, country music and dancing are portrayed as vital parts of life and self-expression. And if we talk about cultural impact, the film popularized country music and honky-tonk culture in mainstream media. It sparked a fashion trend inspired by its character, especially the western wear, cowboys' hats and boots. The movie's depiction of Gilly's bar turned it into a cultural icon, fueling a surge of interest in Texas country nightlife. It helped revive interest in country music, influencing artists and the music industry. And if we talk about critical reception and legacy, let's talk about box office first. Crossed over 36 million, becoming a commercial success. And if we talk about reception, mixed reviews from critics, praised for its energetic dance sequence and John Travolta's performance, but criticized for some clashes. And if we talk about legacy, considered a cult classic, it's credited with revitalizing the country western scene in the in pop culture and inspiring fashion. If we talk about music and dance trends. If we talk about notable scene and highlights, and Gilly's Bass scene, the vibrant dance sequence and country music performance encapsulate the film's lively spirit. And if we talk about dance for movements, then the dance competitions and the dance hall scenes are iconic, showcasing line dancing and couples dancing. The confrontation and reconciliation, key emotional moments where Bud and Shashi confront their issue leading to growth. If we talk about the ending, a hopeful conclusion emphasizing love, commitment, and personal growth. And if we talk about facts and trivia, John Travolta's role is portrayed of Burt Davis become iconic, showcasing his dance skill and charisma. It helped cement his status as a leading Hollywood star following Saturday Night Fever and Grease. We talk about Debra Winger's breakthrough a performance as a Sissy, earned critical acclaim and helped launch a successful career. And really, Gillies Bar, the filming took place at the actual Gillies nightclub in Pasadena, Texas, which became a famous country music venue afterward. And if we talk about music, the soundtrack features hits from country legends like Mickey Gilly, Johnny Lee, and others, contributing to the film's vibrant musical identity. If we talk about dance influence, the film popularized line dancing and country western dance style, influencing dance halls and country music scenes nationwide. And we talk about fashion, western wear, cowboy hats, and boots become fashionable among youth inspired by the film. And if we talk about impact on popular culture, country music boom, the film's success contributed to a revival of country music in the early 1980s. And if we talk about dance craze, it popularized the line dancing, which remains a staple in country bars. And if we talk about fashion trends, western attire become trendy, influencing clothing brands and retail. If we talk about Gillies Bar, became a legendary venue of attracting tourists and country music fans. If we talk about music and dance shows, inspired TV show, music video and dance competitions centered around country dances. And if we talk about criticism and controversy, some critics argued that the film romanticized a stereotypical view of Texas culture and lacked depth in its character development. And if we talk about the movie, was also criticized for cliches and predictable plot lines typical of era's romantic dramas. And despite this, its entertainment value and cultural influence remains significant. And if we talk about behind the scene insights, first talk about filming location shot primarily in Texas to capture authentic settings. Director James Bridges known for his ability to blend social themes with entertainment. Choreography: the dance scenes were choreographed by professional dancers to highlight country western dance style. And if we talk about casting, John Travolta was cast for his dance skill and star power, while Debra was chosen for her natural acting ability. And if we talk about summary, Urban Cowboy is a film that captures a unique slice of American culture, blending romance, music, dance, and a celebration of Texas life. Its influence extends beyond cinema into fashion, music, and social trends, making it a cultural phenomenon of the ultra early 1980s. Why watch it? For its energetic dance scenes and country music. To experience a nostalgic look at Texas culture, to see Jones Travolta's charismatic performance as a story of love, growth, and resilience. Let's talk about more. And if we talk about more, then as it will take little time. So you have to wait for a little. I apologize for that, but please. Okay, let's talk it. Urban Cowboy 98 is the ultimate exhaustive movie review behind the scene facts and cultural analysis. And if we talk about its introduction, a cultural phenomenon that defied a generation. Urban Cowboy is not merely a romantic drama for a country music film, it's a cultural milestone that encapsulates the spirit of early 1980s America, directed by James Bridge. The film star John Travolta at the height of his fame and Debra Winger and in her breakout role, its influence rippled across music, fashion, dance, and social perception of Texas culture, making it a defining piece of American pop culture. If we talk about the film's story set against the lively backdrop of Houston, Honky Tonk scene explores themes of love, personal growth, identity, and the quest for a better life. It captures the raw energy of the country western lifestyle while also highlighting the universal struggle of young love and self-discovery. If we talk about in-depth plot summary and narrative arc, let's talk about opening scene and establishing the setting. The film opens with vibrant shots of Austin, Texas, showcasing both the urban landscape and the rural charm. The bustling city scene transition into the lively neon lit Gilly nightclub, a central hub of the film. The soundtrack features country hits that immediately immerse the viewer into the film's musical universe. And if we talk about main character and their introduction, Burt Davis, John Travolta, a name but Charismatic young man from a small Texas town who dreams of adventure and a new life in Houston. Sissy Debra, a spirited, independent young woman who works at Gillies and embodies this free-spirited country girl, and Wendell Cowboy, Bird's friend, as a and confident, representing the working class ethos. And if we talk about Palm, Amadoli, Smith Sissy's best friend and confident, providing a secondary perspective on the relationship. And if we talk about plot development, Bud moves to Houston, takes a job at Gillies, and quickly becomes enamored with Sissy. Their romantic relationship blossom amid the dance hall commentary, music, and varium comedians. However, the relationship faces jealousy, pride, cultural difference, and personal ambitions. Bird's desire to prove himself and his need for independence clash with Sissy's more traditional values. Their romance is tested through misunderstandings and conflict, ultimately leading to a powerful climax about love, loyalty, and maturity. If you talk about climatic moments, dance sequence, the dance scenes at Gillies are iconic, showcasing line dancing, couples dancing, and energetic country western routines. These sequences symbolized unity, tradition, and celebration. If we talk about confrontation, tension between Bud and Sissy culminate in emotional confrontation, revealing vulnerabilities and desire. If we talk about resolution and growth, the film concludes with the reaffirmation of love, commitment, and the importance of staying true to oneself. If we talk about the themes and symbolism explored, love and relationship, Urban Cowboy delves into the complexities of romantic relationships, trust, fidelity, independence, and emotional vulnerability. It portrays love as a journey of growth with character learning to balance personal ambitions with emotional commitment. And if we talk about cultural identity and reconciliation, the film explores the tension between urban and rural identities, tradition, and modernity. It portrays Texas as a land of rugged individualism, but also community centered around music, dance, and shared value. If we talk about music and dance as cultural expression, country music and dance are not just entertainment but are depicted as integral parts of life, identity, and social bonding. The dance is community, tradition, and personal expression, the American dream, and personal growth. Bird's journey symbolizes the pursuit of happiness, success, and self-discovery. His evolution from a naive outsider to a confident man reflects broader themes of ambition and perseverance, work ethic, and hardship. The film emphasizes the importance of hard work, Bird's job. It gives his attempt to improve himself and his respect for tradition. And if we talk about cultural and historical significance, reviving country and western culture, urban cowboy sparked a nationwide craze for country music, line dancing, and western fashion. It revived interest in Texas culture, influencing everything from clothing to music charts. And if we talk about fashion and style, Western attire cowboy boots, denim jeans, and fringe jacket became mainstream fashion trends. The film's character popularized a rugged yet stylish look that became associated with the country western lifestyle. We talk about Gilly's Bar and its cultural impact. The real Gilly nightclub in Pasadena, Texas, become a pilgrimage site for country music fans and tourists. The film portrayal of the club turned it into an iconic venue that epitomized the country western scene. If we talk about music and soundtrack, the soundtrack features hits from Mickey Glass, Johnny Lee, and other country legends, helping to launch or boost their careers. Classic songs like Looking for Love become charts, topping hits, and the music remains emblematic of the era. And if we talk about dance and fitness craze, line dancing, which gained massive popularity due to the film, became a social activity across America. It influenced dance halls, gyms, and social clubs. If we talk about critical reception and legacy, box office and commercial success, the film grossed over 36 million worldwide, making it one of the top grossing films of 1980s. Its popularity was driven by John Travolta's star power and the soundtrack success. If we talk about critical response, mixed reviews, critics appreciated the energetic dance scenes and Travolta's charm but criticized the plot for glitches and superficiality. However, its cultural impact overshadowed critics' reservation. And if we talk about long-term influence, it sparked a country western fashion trends, boosted the popularity of line dancing, inspired a wave of country music television shows and concerts, elevated Gile as a cultural landmark. And if we talk about legacy and cultural significance, Urban Cowboy remains a beloved classic, especially in the context of American pop culture. It's credited with bridging the gap between urban and rural America and promoting uh, country culture to mainstream audience. If we talk about behind the scene facts and production insights, first talk about filming location. Primarily shot in Texas with some scenes shot at the actual Gillies nightclub in Pasadena, Texas. The authenticity of the setting contributed to the film's release. If we talk about casting and performances, John Travolta is known for his dance skill from Saturday Night Fever. His portrait of Burt Davis emphasized charisma and physicality. If we talk about Debra Winger, her naturalistic action brought depth to CC, making her relatable and empowering. And if we talk about director James Bridges, known for blending social themes with entertainment, he crafted a film that balanced romance, music, and social commentary. And if we talk about choreography and dance sequences, choreographed by professional dance instructors, the scene features line dancing, partner dancing, and energetic routines that become iconic. If we talk about music and soundtrack production, the soundtrack was carefully curated to reflect the authentic country scene, featuring hits that propelled artists like Nikki Gilly and Johnny Lee into stardom. And if we talk about influence and impact on popular culture, if we talk about fashion, the Western look becomes a mainstream trend. If we talk about dance, line dancing become a nationwide phenomenon with dance heels adopting the style. If we talk about music, country music's popularity soared with crossover success into mainstream charts. And if we talk about tourism, Village in Texas become a tourist attraction. If we talk about embarrassing its pop culture fame, if we talk about media and entertainment inspired television shows, documentaries, and music videos celebrating country lifestyle, and if we talk about controversies and criticism, some critics argued that the film idealized a stereotypical, romanticized view of Texas and country life, crossing over social issues like poverty, violence, and social inequality. Others felt it was superficial but still entertaining. And if we talk about its final reflection and why it endures, Urban Cowboy is more than a movie. It's a cultural phenomenon that captures the spirit of generations. Its blend of romance, music, dance, and Texas pride created a legacy that persists to this day, whether reviewed as nostalgic trip or a celebration of American culture. It remains an iconic film with timeless appeal. And if we talk about more, while it's loading, I think I should wear my headphones, guys. Wear glasses. Mm, go to this. go to this. And if you talk about Urban Cowboy 1980, it's a complete in-depth movie review, cultural breakdown, and historical legacy. Let's start with the introduction, a cultural milestone that shaped a generation. If we talk about Urban Cowboy and as a pivotal film in American pop culture, music, fashion, and social commentary into a vibrant tapestry released in 1988 and directed by James Widges. The film became a cultural phenomenon that transcends its narrative, impacting fashion trends, music charts, dance, style, and perception of Texas and countries. Western culture nationwide is staring John Travolta at the apex of his career following the massive success of Saturday Night Fever and Grease and Debra in her breakout role. The movie not only entertained but also sparked a nationwide revival of country music and western fashion. It's frequently credited with transforming the country western scene from niche to mainstream. If we talk about historical context and social backdrop, the early 1980s America, the late 1970s and early 1980s in America were characterized by a mix of economic uncertainty, cultural shift, and a yearning for authenticity. The post-Vietnam War era saw a invigoration of traditional American values combined with a fascination for regional identities. The country western lifestyle, often associated with rural America, was becoming increasingly popular among urban youth seeking a sense of independence, authenticity, and community. Video rise of the country and fashion genre. We talk about country music, which had long been rooted in rural America, was experiencing a renaissance thanks to artists like Mickey Gilley, John Lee, and others. Film played a crucial role in popularizing this genre, introducing it to mainstream audience unfamiliar with its roots. If we talk about fashion and cultural trend, the late 70s and early 80s saw a surge in Western inspired fashion, denim, cowboy boots, hats, and rain jackets becoming fashionable even among city dwellers. Urban cowboys becomes a fashion blueprint for their trends, inspiring retail lines and mass market clothing. If we talk about plot summary and narrative development extended, Act 1 The Dream Begins. The film opens with the sweeping shots of Austin, Texas, capturing a city teeming with energy and possibility. We meet Bud Davis, a small town boy who dreams of adventure, success, and love. His desire to escape the monotony of rural life leads him to move to Austin, where he quickly immerses himself in the lively nightlife scene. Bud gets a job at Glee's, a legendary honky-tonk nightclub which serves as the film's nucleus. His charm, dancing skill, and eagerness to belong quickly make him a part of the scene. If we talk about Act 2, the romance and cultural clash, at Village Bud meets Sissy, Debra a free-spirited, independent woman who embodies everything the country western lifestyle represents. Sissy is confident, assertive, and proud of her roots, yet she also seeks love and stability. Their chemistry ignites amid dance floor shuffles, romantic exchanges, and shared nights of music and laughter. However, the relationship is tested by difference in background, but small town innocence versus his city smart independence and conflicts of pride and jealousy. Bird's friendship with Wendell, his confident and fellow worker, adds humor and camaraderie, providing insight into the working class values that underpin the narrative. If you talk about active challenges and confrontation as a relationship demands external pressure mount, if we talk about jealous and misunderstanding, sissies, flirtation, and birds, insecurities creates tension. Cultural expectations, sissies, traditional value clash with birds' ambitions and desire for personal freedom. We talk about work and social pressure, birds' addiction to his job and desire to success threaten their relationship. The climax features a heated confrontation at Kill followed by a series of emotional revelation. Both characters confront their fears, insecurities, and desire. If we talk about resolution and growth, the film concludes with a heartfelt conclusion emphasizing the importance of honesty, commitment, and staying true to oneself. The final scene celebrates their love through a dance symbolizing unity and hope. If we talk about deep dive into themes and symbolism, if we talk about romance and personal growth, Urban Cowboy portrays romance not as perfect harmony but as journey of growth, burden, she learn to communicate, trust, and compromise, reflecting broader themes of maturity. If we talk about cultural identity and regional pride, the film explores the tension between urban sophistication and rural authenticity. It celebrates Texas cultural while acknowledging its complexities, emphasizing that identity can be both traditional and modern. If we talk about music and dance as identity, country music and dance are portrayed as vital expression of community tradition and personal identity. The energetic dance sequence symbolizes freedom, joy, and connection. If we talk about work ethic and ambition, Bird's dedication to his job at Kelly's highlights the importance of hard work and perseverance. The film underscores that success and respect come through thought and integrity. It was rebellion and independence. Sissy's character embodies independence, challenging stereotype of femininity in rural America. Her assertiveness, confidence reflect changing gender roles. If we talk about character analysis and development, but David's John Travolta background, some small town boy with big dreams, personality, charismatic, eager something new, arc learns the importance of maturity, responsibility, and love sacrifices. Signature traits, smooth dancer, confident but vulnerable and a myth. And if we talk about Sissy, Debra Winger, background Texas, native, working at English, personality strong-willed, independent, and affectionate, embraces love while maintaining her independence, signature traits, assertive, proud, symbol of modern femininity. If we talk about supporting character, and if we talk about supporting characters, Wendell, Scott Glenn, Bird's loyal friend representing traditional values, Palm, Madeline Smith, is confident, offering a softer perspective. Clara Barry Corbin, wise, powerfully embodying Texan hospitality. And if we talk about production, insight, and filmmaking techniques, filming location and authenticity, the film was shot primarily in Texas, notably at the Real Galley's nightclub in Pasadena, which provide an authentic backdrop. The filmmakers aimed for realism, capturing genuine Texas landscape, architecture, and culture. If we talk about choreography and dance sequence, expertly choreographed, the dance scene showcases line dancing, couples, routines, and energetic country western these sequences were designed to appeal visuality and culturally, emphasizing rhythm, unity, and celebration. And celebration. If we talk about music and soundtrack, the soundtrack featuring hits like "Looking for Love" by Johnny Lee and Miguel. So, uh, commercial success, topping charts, and revitalizing the genre. The music was carefully selected to reflect the authenticity of the text scene. If we talk about casting and performances, dynamics, John Travolta's star power and dance expertise brought charisma to but Debra Winger's natural acting imbued Sissy with strength and authenticity. The chemistry between them contributed greatly to the film's success. If we talk about direction and cinematography, James Bridges balanced energetic dance sequence with intimate character moments. The cinematography captured both the vibrant nightlife and the intimacy and personal relationship, creating a dynamic visual experience. If we talk about impact on popular culture, its lasting legacy, fashion and style, the western look, denim, cowboy hats, Train jackets would become a mainstream fashion phenomenon. Retailers launched urban cowboy lines, and mainstream adopted the style for decades. We talk about dance and fitness trends. Line dancing explodes in popularity, becoming a stable activity in dance halls, gyms, and social gatherings. The film popularized country western dance as a social and recreational activity. If we talk about music and music industry boost, country artists gained crossover appeal with Looking for Love and other hits becoming chart toppers. The film helped shift country music from regional to national prominence. We talk about tourism and cultural landmark villages in Pasadena, Texas become a tourist destination. The film's success turned it into a symbol of Texas' rich country western heritage. We talk about media and entertainment. The film inspired TV shows, documentaries, and renewed focuses on country lifestyle. It influenced countless movies, music videos, and fashion trends. If we talk about revival of Western and rural identity, urban cowboy forced a sense of pride in rural and Western tradition, blending them with urban aspiration. It created a new narrative of Texas as both rugged and glamorous. We talk about criticism and controversy. While the film was celebrated, it faced criticism. We talk about stereotypes. Some argued it dramatized and simplified Texas culture. If we talk about superficiality, critics claimed it focused more on style than substance. If we talk about gender roles, some viewed it as reinforcing generational traditional gender stereotypes. Through others saw Sissy as an empowering character. Despite criticism, its cultural influence remains undeniable. We talk about behind the scene and anecdotes and lesser known facts. John Travolta's dance skills, his dance scene were authentic, owing to his background and training, which contributed to the film's narrative. Debra Winger's preparation. Winger immersed herself in Texas culture and worked her dance skills for the Pittsburgh Gillies was a real venue was an actual working nightclub which gained fame and become an icon partly because of the film soundtrack success. The album sold millions and become a defining culture collection of country hits. If we talk about final reflection, why urban cowboy endures, More than 4 decades after its release, Urban Cowboy. Okay, we were at final reflection. Why Urban Cowboy endures more than 4 decades after its release? Urban Cowboy remains a touchstone for American culture. It captures a unique moment when country and city identifies clashed and blended, creating a phenomenon that influenced fashion, music, dance, and social perception. Its enduring appeal lies in its celebration of love, resilience, and cultural pride wrapped in lively music and dance that continues to inspire audience today. Whether viewed or a nostalgic retire or a cultural milestone, it remains a vital part of American cinematic and social. If we talk about more, then let's talk about. So hey guys, welcome. Now, where we were. Hmm. Okay, we have got more. Urban Cowboy 1980 is the ultimate deep dive exhaustive analysis. If we talk about, if we begin start with its introduction, a cinematic and cultural phenomenon that redefined American. Urban Cowboy is more than just a film, it's a cultural phenomenon that encapsulates the spirit of an era blending rural tradition with urban sophistication in a way that resonated deeply with the American audience. Released in 1980, is directed by James Bridge and starring John Travolta and Debra Winger. The film became a defining piece of American pop culture, influencing fashion, music, dance, and social attitudes for decades. It's often heralded as the movie that popularized country western music, redefined western fashion, and revived the dance craze of line dancing, all while weaving a heartfelt story of love, ambition, identify, and personal. If we talk about historical context and social backdrop, the cultural climate of America is in the 1980s. The late 1970s and early 1980s in America were characterized by a mix of economic hardship, political upheaval, and a yearning for authenticity and traditional values amidst the aftermath of Watergate, the Vietnam War, and inflation. Americans sought comfort in cultural symbols rooted in patriotism, individualism, and regional pride. If we talk about the rise of country and Western culture, country music had long been a regional staple, but it was experiencing a Renaissance, especially thanks to artists like Mike Gile, Johnny Lee, and others who brought the genre into the mainstream. This revival was fueled by the success of Urban Cowboy and its soundtrack, which helped catapult the country hits onto pop charts. If we talk about fashion and lifestyle trends, Western wear denim jeans, cowboy boots, hats, fringe jackets begin to infiltrate urban fashion. The film's aesthetic resonated with young Americans looking to express independence and regional pride. Blending traditional Western motifs with contemporary styles. If we talk about plot summary and extended narrative breakdown, let's talk about opening scene and setting the tone. The film opens with sweeping vistas of Austin, Texas, capturing the city's energy and vibrancy, stabilizing the geographical and cultural setting. The camera then transitions to the neonly great nightclub, a centerpiece that symbolizes the heart of the country western scene. If we talk about introduction of main characters, Bud Davies is a small town boy with big dreams, eager to find his place in the world. Sissy Debra Winnings, an independent, spirited woman who embodies the Texas country girl archetype. And if we talk about Wendell, Bird's loyal friend representing traditional values. Palm Madeline Smith, Sissy is confident, offering a softer, more conventional perspective. If we talk about the journey begins, Bird moves to Houston seeking excitement and opportunity. He quickly becomes immersed in the local honky tonk scene at village. His natural charisma, dance skills, and eagerness to belong make him a popular figure. If we talk about developing romance and cultural tension, Bird's relationship with Sissy blossom amidst dance routines, country music nights, and Barom camaraderie, and despite their chemistry, conflict arise, jealousy, misunderstandings, and social expectations threaten to tear them apart. And if we talk about cinematic confrontation and personal growth, the story reaches a crescendo with emotional confrontation, heartfelt realization, realization. The character confront their fears and fears and insecurity, ultimately choosing love and authenticity over superficial appearance. We talk about resolution and finally, the film concludes with a powerful dance scene symbolizing unity and hope, affirming that love, perseverance, and staying true to oneself are the key to happiness. If we talk about themes and symbols and cultural significance, love and relationship, Urban Cowboy depicts romance as a journey of Personal growth, it emphasizes communication, trust, and the importance of staying true to oneself even amidst challenges. If we talk about themes, symbols, and processing, first we talk about love and relationship. Urban Cowboy depicts romance as a journey of personal growth. It emphasizes communications, trust, and the importance of staying true to oneself even challenges. If we talk about identity and regional pride, the film explores the tension between urban sophistication and rural authenticity, ultimately celebrating Texas culture while acknowledging its complexity. Music and dance as cultural expression. If we talk about music and dance on cultural expression, country music and dance are portrayed as vital expression of community tradition and personal identity. The energetic dance scenes serve as metaphors, freedom, joy, and connection. If we talk about ethic and aspiration, Bird's dedication to his job at English underscore the importance of hard work, perseverance, and respect of our tradition. If we talk about independence is assertiveness, reflects involving gender roles and the reason. For independence, we talk about symbol and motive. Guru's nightclub, a symbol of community freedom and cultural identity. If we talk about cowboy attire, represent tradition, pride, and rugged individualism. If we talk about music and dance, body culture, heritage, and personal expression. If we talk about in-depth character analysis, Bud Davis, John Travolta, background, a near small town, seeking adventure, personality, charismatic, eager, sometimes impulsive, growth, learns responsibility, maturity, and the importance of emotional honesty. Signatory is smooth, dancer, confident, exterior, vulnerable, interior. Towards CC, Debra, ground Texas, native, walking it. Village, personality, neverland, assertive, resilient. Growth, embrace love without sacrificing their independence. Strong and proud, a symbol of modern femininity. Handles, Scotland, roll, birds, loyal friend, and moral compass. Trades, traditional steady wise significance embodies the values of hard work and integrity. We talk about supporting character. Calm medals with upper second trusting introspective, moral, conventional, and cautious. Clara, the wise protection figure, providing cultural wisdom. If we talk about behind the scene, inside, and production detail, if we talk about filming, location, and authenticity, more scenes are shot on location in Texas, notable area, village nightclub in Pasadena, Texas, wedding authenticity and culture. Tower choreography and dance sequences expertly choreographed by professional dance instructor. These scenes fuse traditional country dances with contemporary flavor, making them visually engaging and culturally accurate. If we talk about music and soundtrack, the soundtrack by the blockbuster featuring is It's Like Looking for Love by Charlie plays a chart-topping songs and other country classic. It's fueled the film's popularity and sales. If we talk about casting and performances, John Travolta, charisma, dance background brought energy and authenticity. Debra, natural acting, said she see a relatable, empowering character. The chemistry between the leads was palpable, enhancing the film's emotional appeal. If you talk about direction and cinematography, James Witch's Palace inspired the sequence, ultimate character movements, capturing both the vibrance of the scene, the emotional depth of the character. If we talk about cultural impact and enduring legacy, first we talk about fashion and style revolution. The Western look, cowboy hats, boots, denim, fringe, jackets become mainstream fashion staples. Isn't this I can do nothing with that, guys. And now if we talk about dance and social trends, line dancing country western dance routines this is why becoming social steps in clubs, gyms and community centers. Talk about music industry and artistic ideas. Country artists gain crossover appeal with hits from soundtrack topping charts. The film helped launch Sky for Maggie Hill, Johnny Lee and others. If we talk about tourism and cultural landmark, Village in Pasadena became a pilgrimage site forever linked to the film's legacy. Talk about media and entertainment. The film inspired countless TV shows, documentaries, and music videos celebrating country lifestyle. If we talk about recognition of rural and western identity, urban cowboy fostered his right blending traditional Western values with modern aspirations. If we talk about controversies and criticism was celebrated, the film faced critics stereotype. Some argued it romanticized captures cultural accessibility. Superficial critics said it prioritizing style over substance. Without stereotypes, some viewed it as reinforcing traditional gender roles, through others saw it as empowering. Despite debates, its cultural influence remains unstated. Laser note action behind the scene and mental. Some Travolta dance roles, his background and dance contributed to the authenticity. Dance sequence, Debra preparation, she emerges seven Texas cultural learning dance and regional mannerisms which are for real village, the nightclub used for filming as an actual working venue which again came from the movie. October soundtrack success, the album sold millions and became a defining collection of country hits. October cameos and Easter eggs, the film features subtle nods to Texas culture including local dialects and regional symbols. If we talk about why urban cowboy continues to endure, we talk about decades after its release, urban cowboy remains a cultural touchstone, capturing a unique moment in American history when regional identities fused with mainstream culture. Its celebration of love, perseverance, and authenticity continues to resonate. The film influence extends beyond entertainment, shaping fashion, music, dance, and regional pride. It exemplifies how cinema can reflect, influence, and celebrate cultural identity, making it a timeless classic. Let's talk about more. talk about urban cowboy identity is the ultimate exhaustive in-depth cultural and cinematic analysis. Let's talk about introduction, cultural landmark that define American identity. Urban cowboy is not really film, it's a phenomenon that encapsulates a unique moment in American culture, released in 1980s and directed by James Reese. The film became a defining piece of pop culture, influencing fashion, music, and social attitudes and regional pride across the United States. Its legacy is shaping perception of Texas country music, Western fashion, and notion of love and personal growth. Talk about the sharing zone, Travolta at a career peak following Saturday Night Fever and Grease and Debra finger in her breakout role. The film bridges the gap between rural tradition and urban modernity, creating a hybrid cultural identity that resonated with millions. It was a vivid portrait of Texas life, love, and the pursuit of happiness, all set against the backdrop of lively honky tonk nightlife. We talk about historical context and social backdrop. America in 1980s, society at crossroads. The late 1970s and early 1980s in America were marked by economic turbulence, political scandal, and a social search for authenticity. Post-Confederate disillusionment, the Vietnam War aftermath, and inflation plagued the nation amidst the Americans looked for regional identity, traditional values, and cultural symbols for stability and pride. Resurgence of country and Western culture. To talk about country music, once viewed as regional or rural experience, reascends by artists like Mickey Gilley, Johnny Lee, and other. Urban cowboy played a pivotal role in this revival, introducing country music to mainstream audience and creating a crossover phenomenon. We talk about fashion and lifestyle trends. Western inspired fashion, denim jeans, cowboy boots, hats, fringe jackets become mainstream, especially among youth. The urban dweller seeking to express independence, stubbornness, and regional pride. The film's iconic look became a fashion phenomenon influencing retail markets and personal style. Talk about economic and cultural shifts. The film arrived during a period of economic uncertainty with many Americans yearning for stories of resilience, authenticity, and regional pride. It offered a romanticized yet relatable depiction of working class life, emphasizing values like hard work, loyalty, and romance. If we talk about plot of even extended narrative down introduction and starting scene. Interwar sorts of from Texas and capturing the city's energy, diversity, and vibrancy. The scene shifts to the bustling garage nightclub, a central hub of social life, music, and dance. This stabilizing shot immediately immerses viewers in the lively conversation scene. We talk about main character and their journey. But Davis, a naive small town boy seeking adventure and love. We talk about Sissy, a confident, independent woman embodying Texas pride. We talk about Wendell, Scotland, Bird's large friend representing traditional values. She is confident, offering a softer perspective. And if we talk about Act 1, the dream of a new life, paradise in Austin, full of hope and ambition, his excitement too is palpable as he navigates the city's nightlife, learning a job to release his charismatic dance skills and eagerness to fit in make him a favorite among the crowd. It our love, conflict, and culture. Bird and Sicilian romance blossom amidst dance nights, country music, and barroom community where their chemistry is palpable but tested by jealousy, misunderstanding, and social expectations. His independence and his strong Personality challenges, fan naivety, creating tension but also opportunity for growth. If we talk about actual confrontation and personal dreams, the narrative reaches a climax with emotional confrontation, moments of vulnerability, and heartfelt reconciliation. What learns the importance of honesty, responsibility, and respecting others. This asserts our independence while embracing love. If we talk about conclusion, a joyous celebration of love and authenticity. The film ends with a joyous dance scene symbolizing unity, hope, and dream of a genuine love over superficiality. The character have matured, embracing their authentic selves. We talk about thematic depth and symbolism, love and personal growth. The core story revolves around love as a journey of self-discovery, but she learned to communicate, trust, and compromise, emphasizing that love requires efforts, honesty, and authenticity. Our regional identity and pride, the film celebrates Texas cultures, music, fashion, and values while acknowledging its complexities. It portrays Texas as a land of craft, individualism, community, and tradition. If we talk about music and dance as cultural expression, country music and dance sequence are more than entertainment. They symbolize freedom, identity, and cultural heritage. Dance routines serve as metaphors for connection, joy, and liberation. We talk about work, ambition, and resilience. Birds dedicated to his job at village underscore the importance of resilience and integrity. It highlights that success is rooted in hard work and respect for tradition. Our rebellion and independence, she sees assertiveness, challenges stereotypes of femininity, representing a shift towards empowerment and independence for women. Our symbols and motifs, village nightclub, a symbol of community celebration and cultural pride. Cowboy attire represent rudeness, tradition, and regional identity. Music and dance embody personal and cultural expression. Texas landscapes reflect regional pride and authenticity. In-depth character analysis, but heavy sound Travolta background, a small tone vehicle to escape the mundane personality, charismatic, optimistic, impulsive, with a desire to belong. We talk about growth, learns responsibility, emotional honesty, and the importance of talk about symmetry traits, energetic dancer, confident exterior, vulnerable inside. And if we talk about middle Scotland, Roberts, loyal, confident, and moral compass. Traits steady wise, tradition, significance, embodies values of integrity, hard work, and resilience. about supporting characters, Marine Smith represent conventional values and question Clara Mary Pervin Wise takes some figure of culture insights, talker behind the scenes, insights and production details, filming location and cultural authenticity. Our filming primarily took place in Texas. Notable at the real life village nightclub in Cassandra, Texas. This authentic setting added depth and realism to the film's portrayal of Texas life. Talk about dance and choreography. Dance sequence were meticulously choreographed, blending traditional country dance with energetic contemporary movies. These scenes become iconic, inspiring dance trends nationwide. If we talk about music and soundtrack, the soundtrack was a commercial hit featuring chart-topping country songs like "Looking for Love" by Johnny Leach. Its success helped revive country music's popularity and cemented the film's color impact and performance. Debra Travolta's dance breakdown brought vital to Bert's character. Debra's fingers' natural acting made Sissy a relatable symbol of independence. Their chemistry fueled the film emotional core. If we talk about direction and cinematography, James Bridge expertly balanced lively dance scenes with intimate character movement, capturing the vibrancy and emotional depth of the story. If we talk about cultural impact and legacy, Western and Star Revolution, the Western took Cowboy hits, denim fringe jackets become fashion staple. Retailers launched urban cowboy lines. The style remains iconic, influencing fashion, trends for decades, dance and social trends. Towards our dancing and country western dance routines explore nationwide, becoming stable in location, gathering gyms and dance halls, music industry and crossover success. Country artists gain mainstream appeal with the soundtrack hits topping charts that help elevate country music into the pop consciousness. Our tourism and cultural landmarks. Villages in Pasadena become pilgrimage sites symbolizes the film's enduring cultural influence. If we talk about media and entertainment, it will inspire TV shows, documentaries, and music videos celebrating country lifestyle and Western culture, our regional pride and identity. Urban Cowboy fostered pride in Texas and Western tradition, blending regional identity with modern aspirations. Toggle footage and controversies. While beyond the filmist critics, stereotyping some argue to modify Texas like history toward superficiality, critics acclaim it prioritize history over substance. If we talk about gender stereotypes, some view it as reinforcing traditional gender roles, though others saw it is imperfect. Despite debates, its influence and popularity remains uncontested. The world lesser known facts and behind the scene anecdotes. John Travolta's dance pros his background and dance lent authenticity to his energetic sequences. Debra was preparation. She was herself in Texas culture, learning regional mannerism and dance routines. Travel Village was the real venue, was working nightclub that gained fame from the film's soundtrack success. The film sold millions and considered a classic in country music. Easter eggs and cultural references, some flavor notes to Texas symbols, dialect, and regional traditions. A bit of why urban cowboy continues to endure decades after its release. Urban cowboy remains a cultural touchstone, it capturing a unique era when regional identities blending with mainstream culture, creating a new American mythology. Its celebrations of love, resilience, authenticity, and regional pride continue to inspire. It's a film that not only entertains but also educates and empowerment, embodying the spirit of the nation of its roots, yet eager to involve. So that was the review of this movie. I hope you like it, you enjoyed it, and if there was any mistake in this video, then I apologize for that. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.